So it's February 14th, 2024. This is Darcy's Corner. This is my second attempt to record this because I'm going to try to throw in some graphics and things, but I don't have the skills to do that. So I'm just going to cheat and do it a really cheap way that's not professional at all. So if any of my friends or family are watching this and know how to do editing or can connect you to someone who does, that'd be sweet because then I can just put the graphic up when I say came across an article and it talked about the difference between the masculine and the feminine brain. But unfortunately, the article was put out by the New York Times, and so that's not necessarily a good resource. Um, I've had different people come to me and say, well, if your chromosomes were this or if your brain was that, then you'd definitely be a woman or not. And I haven't had my chromosomes checked, and I don't know what my brain scan would say via a study like this if it was a woman's brain or a man's brain. And that would be fascinating things to learn about and to determine. But regardless of what that scan says, regardless of what my chromosomes happen to be, that's not going to change my mind and go, oh, well, now I know what my chromosomes are. So now I know, not, it doesn't work that way. Um, my brain told me when I was 4 that I was a girl, and other people told me that I was a boy, but they were wrong. Okay? Because my brain told me. That's the simple answer. I'll bet you your brain told you what you were too. And if you're lucky and you happen to be in the right body with the right brain, then you go, well, yeah, of course my brain told me I was a boy, and I look down and I look at my body and I'm a boy. Or maybe your brain told you were a girl and you look down and you were a girl. Some people are different forms of intersex, and that gets more complicated. But bottom line is hopefully you're in the right body and brain. All of us aren't. Them's the facts, kids. Anyway, hold on a sec. Now, the next thing I saw was a TikTok, and I know there's tutorials on how to splice TikToks into these things too, but I am not very good at editing. So I'm going to show you a picture of said TikTok, and I'll try and put a link in my description below or whatever. And this chick here is explaining. Now, I am assuming she's femme because she presents pretty femme. I don't know what her birth gender is. I don't care. Anyway, this young lady here is explaining how Xmen going woke isn't even a new thing. And for those of you who didn't know this, Xmen was always woke. It was always an allegory for being gay or for being marginalized and picked on. Okay? If you watch the second X-Men movie, which is really old now, and Bobby and all the X-Men are hanging out at Bobby's house, and Bobby's mom goes, couldn't you choose not to be a mutant? That was the same as saying choose not to be gay or choose not to be trans. It was the same thing. I heard that when I saw that in that movie. That was when I first realized, oh, that's the whole point to X-Men is it's queer coded is what it's called. That's when they make something gay without telling you it's gay, or make something queer without telling you it's queer. But there's language in there that queer people will see and recognize. We have always been a part of the culture, and we have been trying to come out in culture for a long time. The Matrix was an allegory for being trans, and it was written by 2 trans people. I saw The Matrix. I did not see the trans experience, by the way, when I was a kid or even as an adult. I'm like, no, I'm not getting that from this movie. But then when they explain how they saw it, like, oh, okay, now I can see why the red pill and the blue pill, and once your eyes are open to the reality of what trans is, you can't close your eyes to it. You can't not see it now. You don't have the privilege anymore of not knowing that it's there. That's why it was an allegory to the trans experience. Anyway, we've always been in culture, and we're always going to be in culture. It's just now we don't have to queer code anymore. Before we were queer coding, we were hiding that we were in culture. Now we can just say it, and you can just see us. And I'm so glad that we are in the Marvel Universe. And you know what? We're in every universe. We were always here. We will always be here. Anyway, this is Darcy's Corner. Peace.